A sexual offender's psychological profile. As the number of sexual crimes keep rising, criminal psychologists and forensic experts profile sexual offenders' psychology. While it is true that rape is one of the worst kinds of sexual offenses, there are several other sex-related crimes. That man rubbing different body parts against a lady while the bus moves past a road bump, or a woman touching a child in an unpleasant way are all forms of a sexual offense. While we look past several unpleasant touches that happen daily to focus on bigger crimes, it is these incidents that lead to rape and murder. Touching children in an unpleasant way or looking at women as sex objects are by no means small incidents to look away from. In fact, criminal psychologists look at the history of a sexual offender to create a psychological profile. The most frequent sexual offenses are ones committed by more than two men against a woman. Most victims of sexual offense or rape are women, and perpetrators of such crimes are men. While very little research has been conducted on sexual offenses committed by women, several studies have shown that women can be perpetrators of rape or sexual crime. Every sexual offender is different. However, criminal psychologists and forensic experts have identified several common psychological characteristics displayed by sexual criminals. Negative views about women. Men involved with sexual crime most often have negative views about women. From viewing a woman as a sex object to being in relationships with various toxic women, men involved in sexual crime often develop negative notions about women. Traumatic childhood. One of the common characteristics of a sexual offender is that the person has had negative experiences as a child. The mother figure may have been involved with several sexual partners, or a person could have abused him or her as a child, ultimately leading the person to turn into a sexual offender. Low self-esteem. Another common trait of a sexual offender is that he suffers from low self-esteem. A person who sees himself as less important or feels that society is neglecting him can turn him into a sexual offender. In addition to these, psychologists have noticed that people suffering from personality disorder, sexual regulation problems, or trauma could turn them into sexual offenders. In the next episode, we will explore how psychopaths choose their murder victims. How did you find this information? Please mention this in the comments section. We would also like to know the kind of content you want to watch, and we will try to create it for you. For more news and updates, follow Airr News.